Hello everybody, it's Randy Hilarski here. I have some great news I wanted to share with everybody today. I'm so happy. I went and got some blood work done this morning. I got my lipid panel done, and I also got my HBA1C done. And last time I did that was July or so, I think, of 2025. And it was time. It was time to get this done. When I got my HbA1c checked last year, which is your indicator of whether or not you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, my score was a 6.2. And 6.2 is just over the edge, beginning to be pre-diabetic. And I was worried. So, got my results today. My score is a 5.8. That's normal range. Normal range. I'm no longer pre-diabetic when it comes to the numbers. I was so happy. All right. And on top of that, I got my lipid panel done. And for the first time in my life, my HDL was above 40. I scored a 42. That's right on the edge. And, for me, I'm thrilled, My LDL was high as always. I had an LDL of 150. I did have my LP little a checked, lipoprotein A, last year, and it came back as positive. So I have a predisposition genetically to have lipoprotein A in my blood, or maybe a little bit of a higher cholesterol. So I'm dealing with that, and I'm still overcoming that, but the signs for me were great. And my triglycerides last year were high by about 30 points, and now they're well within range. I think my triglycerides came back as 110. So thank you, God. That's a good one. That's wonderful. I had a doctor that I worked with when I was in the Navy, and he suffered from having high triglycerides, and his blood was pink. I remember him showing me that, and that always stuck in my head that, you don't want high triglycerides because, you'll have all these little particles floating around in your blood, which can cause blockages and things like that. So I don't have that any longer. I am now in normal range. Whew, once again, thank you, God. All right. So what can you do to help improve the situation? What have I done? Well, I fast every other day since September. I'm down in total about 66 pounds from my all-time high. It's been working wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've received stem cells, mesenchymal stem cells. So my friends at Cellular Health Clinic up in Tijuana, they have been taking care of me about $60K worth. That's wonderful. I appreciate Dr. Romo and Dan so much. If you need stem cells, reach out to me. I'll take care of you with that aspect. Also, I do the LifeWave patches. So I wear a patch on my shoulder right now because I have pain on my shoulder. I wear a LifeWave patch right at my C7. I believe that these are helping me too. I can't go on social media and talk too much about that, but if you're interested, put X39 in the comments and I'll reach out to you. But yeah, there's so much stuff we can do. Stop eating processed foods. Eat whole foods. Don't eat seed oils. Do what you can to improve your body's function, how it's working, right? Exercise. Do some deep breathing every night. My cholesterol, my HbA1c, my blood pressure, everything's coming into line. This is fabulous, This morning I shared a video of me drinking my chlorogenic acid, which is called Unimate, and it's a form of yerba mate. Wonderful. I take it every day. Before I eat, I take fiber with my meal. Before I eat. So much stuff I've learned in the last year. And I'm going to keep teaching you guys, keep showing you. I guys could tell I can barely hold in the excitement. My body's changing. We can change it. All right? Get to work. Cheers.